Hey there, welcome to the channel. Skid Kid here. Today we're going to be doing an ASMR video that kind of goes into a hobby of mine, which is Hot Wheels cars and collecting them. I don't play with them or anything, but I do enjoy like opening them and trying to find new ones. So I have a lot of them, and opening them is always kind of a relaxing thing for me. So I thought I'd share that with you. So I have 7 packages here to open, and I thought we'd go through that together, and I could just show you some of the things that I look for when I'm getting cars, or different Hot Wheels or something, and then maybe I'll show you some of the specialty stuff that's up here on this shelf over here, and then yeah, it should just be a nice relaxing video. My 2 dogs are asleep here with me. Hopefully they stay nice and quiet. I also have 2 cats, and they tend to acknowledge their presence with us, so keep that in mind. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, of the 250, this is 56 for this lot. This is the Matt and Debbie's Hayes Pro Street Thunderbird 1988. There's a better look at that. So there's the car. Let's see, it's listed under the Retro Racer. And this is number 5 of 10 in the Retro Racer slot. And on the back for Retro Racers, iconic race cars from the past, always competition ready. So we're gonna go ahead and open up this guy. I really like this one because I have a thing about old Fords, Thunderbirds, the Mustang. I just think they're cool. So let's go ahead and open this one. So there's that, and we're gonna go ahead and put that in the trash. As you can tell, there's a lot of trash from a lot of different cars. Here's the car right here. It's a good looking car. I don't know how they do that, but it's a good looking car. I really like it. That red stripe on there is really cool. And then this big blower and hood scoop, you can see that up there. I think that's neat as well. So it's a cool car. I don't think that had anything. Yeah, that didn't have anything about it being like a special feature. It's good for tracks, like if you use tracks. I don't have the place to put any tracking, but at some point I will. So we'll try that. So there's our first car. I'm gonna set that aside here. All right, moving on to 22 out of 250 for this lot. It is the, what was that called? The Dragon Wagon. It looks like if you're familiar with a radio flyer wagon, looks like one of those. And then this one, if you can see, has a special feature. The special feature for this is someone gets to ride in it, and it shows you that right up here. You can put like a little, they have like a little character that's got little hands that hold on. I have a shopping cart similar to this, where they're riding in a shopping cart. Same kind of thing. You can like put them in poses and stuff. So that's fun. That's cool. I like that. This is in the experimenters category right here, and it's number 1 of 5. Experimenters say, fuel your imagination, get those wheels turning, and experiment the world around you. So pretty cool. Another thing I look for, I don't just get anything when I get my cars. I get what I want. I don't really get what's popular or what sells big, because there are Hot Wheels out there that do make money. It's not often, and it's not always massive, but it's cool. Like they make something. Sometimes people make $22 off a dollar. You know, this is like $1.10 or something. So sometimes people make money off of that, and that's good, I guess. I'm not really into it for that. I have one up here. I'll show you at the end of this that I keep. Actually, two of them. I'll show you that I keep in package that they could sell for something, but what's the point? You know, like it took me a while to acquire them, or they're just really cool to me, so I keep them around, and those are the ones that I keep in a package. But just regular things like this, I they're meant to be opened and played with at some point. So, but I like realistic cars, and then I like hot rods, and sometimes a goofy thing every once in a while. But that's usually what I go for. So, opening up the next one. Spot right here. Put your finger in there. Pull this little man out right here. We'll set him down for a second and throw this away. All right, this is a new casting for 2023. Here it is. It's a little wagon, and it's got a little motor back here. And I imagine you can put his hands on this bar right back here. So there's like a little like kickstand bar, but you can put the guy's hands on that and this handlebar up here, and have him riding on the front or inside of it. I'll have to find one at some point and show you. But that's pretty cool. I like that. It's got real thin front wheels. I don't know if you can tell that on the camera, maybe off my shirt. Yeah, there you go. That's neat. Again, looks like a hot rod, but like really different, and just kind of a fun ode to wagons. All right, let's go with another realistic car. This is number 123 of 250 in the Muscle Mania series. This is number 4 to number 10, and it's the 1970 Dodge Hemi Charger. 1970 Dodge Hemi. Oh, I'm sorry, I said Charger. It's a Challenger. Excuse me. The 1970 Dodge Hemi Challenger in the Muscle Mania series, number 4 out of 10. Custom striped muscle cars that look good driving around town or racing. So there we go. That's a cool looking casting right there. Again, like I like the realistic things. Love me some muscle cars. Be American to like muscle cars. You good? Sleeping dogs. All right. There it is. It's a nice solid metal casting, cool decals. It says Mopar, Dodge, Challenger. It's got little hood clips on it. I don't know if you can see the hood clips. Yeah, it's a cool casting. I like the wheels too, nice and dark, with that little like white stripe on it. It's neat. All right, let's do this one right here, which is number 93 to 250. This is also this is actually in the cartoon series of cars. Oh no, it's not. I thought it was in the Tuned, TOON''D, Tuned thing, but it's not. It's in Hot Wheel Hot Rod Trucks. Okay, and this is number 1 out of number 10 in that. This is a tuned '83 Chevy Silverado. So you see, it looks like a. Is it doing it? Yeah. This looks like an '83 Chevy Silverado, but it's like proportioned really odd, and I think that's cool. I think that's gonna be really fun thing to play with. There she is. tiny little pickup truck. I like to imagine when I open Hot Wheels cars, and I think I always have, is if I was driving them, especially like with Hot Wheels, like like this or something. Like, what if you worked? What if you lived in like a little Hot Wheels city and you worked at like just a regular job or something? And how do you get back and forth? And like you're like, I'm gonna take my wagon roadster, the Dragon wagon, and like go rip around to work in this like open top bad boy, or this thing. Like you're gonna get in like a little hot rod pickup truck, but it just looks wild. Or like there's there's all kinds of things. I have one that looks like a golf cart, but it's also a golf tee. Like what if you drove? It's fun. It's cool to imagine yourself doing something different, and it's fun to, I don't know, just be creative like that. It's like just a different way, just a different outlet to be creative and to explore. So I've always enjoyed it. That's one of my things I like about it. So we're gonna put that down, the other one. All right, up next. This is also going in not realistic, and it's in the Hot Wheels Sports, which I don't really like sports. That's probably I mean, I do like sports, but I don't really watch sports. I don't follow sports, so honestly, anything that's sports related, I'm kind of like, ooh, I don't know if that's what I want to do. But this is in the Hot Wheels Sports. I thought it was cool. It's the Ice Shredder, number 113 out of 250. Ice Shredder, Hot Wheels Sports, 4 to 5. Never backing down from a challenge, no matter what the sport. And it's a little bobsled with some bobsled dudes on it. That's it. It's just not really one of the exciting ones. It's different. And the body is really pretty heavy, and the wheels are they're tiny, tiny, tiny. I mean, look at that. Look how tiny those wheels are, like comparatively to like, look at that. That's way smaller. So, pretty cool. It'd be cool to see it on a track. Maybe I'll get a track at some point and I'll send them down. Has anyone ever seen that movie, Cool Runnings? Big fan of that movie. Love John Candy. What's not to love? So, all right. Next up, this is the Then and Now series. I'm sorry, this is number 240 out of 250. So this is almost the end of the casting series for this year. 240 out of 250. The Then and Nows, 10 of 10s, the very last of that. So the Then and Nows are cars from the past and the present. Can you collect all 5 pairs? Meaning there are 5 pairs of cars, and there's like a modern and a retro version. And this one is the 81 Camaro. That's a cool casting right there. Realistic, good paint. I love green. I know this is the 3rd green car that we've opened. But I feel like I tend to go for a lot of green things. So, here we have it. It's a beautiful casting. Look at that. That green with like a lime. It's like a metallic green. I don't know if the camera picks that up. With a metallic or with a lime green, like pinstriping. So that's a real cool car. I like that. Those were always kind of garbage box cars, just kind of dogs, really. I never thought of them as anything super nice, but if it was souped up, I guess it'd be a cool car. Those 81 Camaros are not the best. They're kind of garbage. And speaking of dogs, we're coming on to our final one today that we're opening. This is the Hot Wheels Screen Time, number 4 out of 10. And this is 78 in the 250 casting series. This is Snoopy. Vehicles inspired by popular movies, TV shows, video games, and more. Snoopy riding on his doghouse, set up like a hot rod. I had to have that. That I'm a big fan of. And just look at that thing. That thing is cool. Oh, and it's all metal too. except for Snoopy, who's plastic. Everything's metal on it, and so that's kind of like a you don't usually get that. Usually it's like, and every one of these is that way. Like this wagon, the bottom's metal, but the top is all plastic. That's all plastic up here. Um, Metal top with a plastic bottom. So usually that's how you get it. That's how you cut cost. Um, but yeah, Snoopy riding on top of his little house on a hot rod. Short wheelbase, very heavy. I think this would be cool going down. It's got a little wheelie bar back here, which I like. Um, you can't see it on camera, and at some point I'll work out a better camera. But I like to like lift the wheels up to like wherever it tilts back, like where the wheels and like the very back of the vehicle like tilt up, and I like to see like if it could do. I always did that as a kid. Like if it could do a wheelie, you know, like how far up could it like wheelie? Whereas like this one probably couldn't do that because this space right here is like so close together that it would only get like that maybe. So actually I think this one has the most right now. It's like that. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's look at two more that I keep in the package just because they're special to me, I guess, and I like the cardstock on them. All right, we'll start with this one I got recently, and this one is also in the experimentors category, which was the same as that, same experimenters category, where it's like something moves, or you can move something on it, or you can use it in a way, and that's cool. And I've seen these around, and it's getting up in price. It was like $20 the last time I checked. Again, they're like $1 when you get them from the store, so it's a big deal. New for 2023. This is a cool casting for me too. It's a twin mill, which is an original casting. The twin mill is like an old, you'll see the casting a little bit. It's like an old hot rod casting where it's got motors on each side. I'll just show it to you. What makes this one cool is it's a Hot Wheels car for the National Federation of the Blind. This is the Hot Wheel Rail Racer Twin Mill. And so what makes this really cool is it's got Braille on the plastic bubble that reads, I guess it reads Hot Wheels Twin Mill. And then on the car itself, on this side of the car, on the passenger side, it says mill, and on the other side of it over here, it says twin. So it says twin mill, so that, you know, if someone was playing with it and they were blind, they could feel it and they would know what that car was. And I think that's really cool. The experimentors says, fuel your imagination, get those wheels turning, and experiment with the world around you. So I think it's really cool. I've seen a few more. Again, like they're $20, right now. So I'm not good with math, but that's obviously better than the $1.10 that it was. So yeah, like I guess if I saw everyone, you could be like, that's $20. That's $20 in my pocket if I sold it. But that's not really what this is about for me. Like with Hot Wheels, I just like collecting, and it always gave me joy to like go to the store and like see another one or be somewhere and be like, oh, Hot Wheels car, like I don't have this one, and get it. So every time I see one of these, I just leave it because I hope that some kid, I mean, hopefully if they're blind, they get a Hot Wheels car and they get that one. That's like best case scenario, I guess. But I guess I hope that a kid gets it that's not blind and just has that memory, or helps them be more aware. I don't know what it takes, but kids learn in all kinds of ways, and I really truly believe that. But I think this is just a really cool way to do that. So I'm gonna put that one back as well. Oh my goodness. We're gonna take down the last one I'm gonna show you. This is almost 20 minutes long. All right. This is the Oscar Mayer. This is an older cast. This is the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. There it is with the gold rims. A little bit rarer than some of the other castings of this. I got this when I visited the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, and I was telling, if you haven't seen it and it ever comes to your town, go and see it. It's really, really cool. It's a cool truck. It's like an RV sort of. Definitely check it out. And there are people that like that's all they do is they drive around and they show off the Oscar Mayer. It's promotional, but they show it off, and that's a full time job is driving around and like parking at places. And I was telling her about my craze for Hot Wheels and how like this is kind of a rarity and it's a little more expensive and I haven't gotten one. And she happened to have one and give it to me. She's like, we don't usually give these out, but I like your story and I want to make it cool. So finally got myself one. It's really pretty. I love bologna, so can't go wrong with that. And yeah, that's that. It's the other things I'm working on right now. And hopefully we'll be in this channel some more. I'd like to do some tinkering with my RC cars. It's small parts. I'm gonna have to work up like a camera setting so that you can like see down on it better. You're not looking at me, which I don't like. I don't like people looking at me like that. So don't be staring at me like that. But yeah, we'll get some of the RC cars out, like this guy right here. He's looking a little lopsided. He doesn't usually look like that. But the freak is going on. Excuse my language. That's weird. I'll have to fix that, but I can fix that together. Yeah. Just a cool little hobby. We'll do this one together. I've also got a Gladiator that's set up on big Mickey Thompsons. That's a pretty cool run. Let's see, I've also got a step-side Chevy. That's not one of my favorites, but it's got a full like custom frame and all that in there. So, and the body, I painted this body myself. It's not the best work. This side doesn't look great. It's got all kinds of run marks on it, but I guess for a little off-road crawler, it's not terrible. I also painted, this is also a custom body. I painted this and it's like scaled after an F100 Ranger pickup truck, like an older one. And then I cut it down to fit this cage. And it's got a little cooler, which says Ricky, which if anyone watches TPV, you know what I'm talking about. All right, this has been fun. I hope you all have a great day and everyone stays good out there and happy. Take a deep breath and keep chugging. We're all proud of you. Later.